if I knew about the Hunter Prostate Cancer Alliance when I was diagnosed, I would have been in a much better state. When I was told by the doctor, he didn't pull any punches. He just called me and said, "Here's the results of your test. Bang, you've got prostate cancer. Here's a book. Go away, read it, and come back. Make a list of questions and come back to me." The temptation was to go to the internet, and for me personally, I wouldn't do that. I mean, I tried it. You've got to remember that the internet doesn't vet. There's no vetting. So what's there doesn't necessarily mean it's absolute and it's, it is the ultimate. So there is a confusion there, and there's a multiplicity of information, and sometimes overlapping. And for lay people who are not normally involved or knowledgeable about medical situations and fairly complex medical situations, it does become confusing and sometimes can be counterproductive. So rather than trying to teach yourself about what's happening to you in a short time, come to the experts. If I knew that the HPCA was available at the time, I would have come here, because you're told, you're given support, and there's a discussion of what's going on with you, and if you like, what opportunities there are. The HPCA does not in any way advise you as to what you should or must do. They don't diagnose, they don't prescribe, they don't steer you in the direction of particular medical consultants or services, but they give you an understanding of what's going on with you, what you can expect, and therefore it is really a support. It's a tremendous, both an emotional support as well as a knowledge base. And I think it's important. It's not the best thing for 100% of people, because it depends on how receptive you are to sitting down and talking to people. But the majority of people, I would suggest, would appreciate that. Being able to sit down with someone who's not involved, who can be objective about it. You're not sitting down with family members who tend to sympathize with you, but you can get an objective view of what's happening. So it is a tremendous service, and I would commend it to anyone. It doesn't necessarily mean that if you don't have prostate cancer, you should go and talk about it to find out what's happening, because that means you could go and sit down and find out what's wrong, what could happen with cardiac problems or kidney problems. It is really meant for people who have just been diagnosed with prostate cancer. So really, once you've been diagnosed, seek some advice and some help, and really basically the support. It's support with a capital S.